And then comes the second one is market reason, market sale. And this is the one basically is, to some extent, what's good in Japan is not necessarily good in America, and they have to basically try to appeal to a different audience. So one of the people, the podcast basically said that a good case in point was Phoniex Wright. In Japan, it's Saibatsu, Saibatsu, and his name there is Ryoichi, but in America, they call him Phoniex Wright. And according to the creator of Phoniex Wright said, they felt like they had to do it because if they didn't, it wouldn't make sense. They needed to, for market reason, to make it sell. So even so that in Japan, his name is Ryoichi, in America, they call him Phoniex, and that's what people know him. Again, market, the point is to make it sell better. And another easy one, like I said, in the actual rewind was Pokemon name. Especially when it's aiming to the kid. That's what market is. And I do agree with it. I may hate it, but sometimes if it works, it works. I can't really argue with that. Pokemon name, kids, remember what's easy. But, Charizard versus Lizardin, I mentioned that. It's easy to remember, then they'll probably get interested with the character, market reason. And another part of market reason that I don't like to some extent, but sometimes they did it because they thought it was best for business, was Nintendo in 2016 with Xenoblade Cronicles X, getting rid of the best feature adjustment, Fire Emblem Fates, the touching feature, they got rid of it. And of course, Street Fighter V, to some extent, there was some adjustment, but Ono did say that the game wasn't intended to be fan service, so it was a beta versus the final game, but still, something like that, people don't like it. And of course, right now in 2018 to 2019, PlayStation with all their censorship, they got rid of the intimacy mode. They think it was a market. It was something that they think is best for market, which is, I don't think so. And it's been showing, SNK 48th anniversary, they showed the PlayStation 4 cover versus the Switch cover. And you're looking here right now the difference is, Athena's wearing a gold armor, which is, it's part of the game. It's when you get the armor, you get powered up. But her default costume is the red bikini. But if you notice, nope. So even so, that's a cool design, it's a cool cover. But what most people see associated with Sony with PlayStation is, censorship. And another one I'm going to be linking on the description box is the PlayStation 4 Tekken trailer with Julia and Negan from Walking Dead. That's what I meant. And there was some bleep. You know why? Because what's his name, Negan, was saying the S word. And from what I heard, the Namco Bandai trailer version, it was on bleep. So, or on bleep, whatever you call it. So again, it shows the censorship there. And Sony, right now, they think it's good for marketing. See, that's the problem there. Like, you're trying to create an image or maintain an image, and it doesn't work. Nintendo doing it in 2016 failed. That's why now the reverse. Now, for strange reasons, Sony's doing it. And there have been a lot of talks about it, but I'll be giving another video about that, but a different one of what's going on there. That is marketing, which when the ESP doesn't have a problem, when to some extent the general consumer doesn't have a problem, it's themselves thinking it was best for the consumer, which is not. Mostly showing their own core value, thinking because of image. I mean, look at what happened with Evo 2019 with Japan, with Dead or Alive 6. They cut the stream, and Joey, Wizardman, Seller, and Marksman, Julio, they had to apologize, which I don't think they did it. I'm disappointed when they did that. They should just left it. And a video, if I remember, put in on the description box by Dark Titan Enterprises. She basically gave her opinion about it. It was spot on. So I'm going to link that video if I remember. But again, that's just a market reason just to, hey, look, we want to look cool, or we want to look in integrity, but sometimes it just doesn't work. And I don't agree with that. And the last part is cultural differences. And this one is kind of like, sort of between the regulation and marketing, but it's mostly of a culture understanding. Like what's good in Japan is not necessarily good in America and vice versa. And like I said before, patting, the most common one, middle finger, and L arm gesture. Like I said, to some extent, like trying to make it understand to the kids, the cultural is. I mean, the problem with that one is, and they even one of the people of the podcast talk about it, that it does go sort of a xenophobic part. So I mean, even yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there's another one. I don't know. It's gonna be related to censorship, but well, Hideki Kamiya apparently did a video basically saying that unless you're speaking or texting him in Japanese, he doesn't want anyone responding to him unless it's a Japanese person. I know, but there's a little bit story there. But again, what's good in Japan is what's not good in America and vice versa. And that is the problem with a lot of this, I guess. I don't want to go political here. I guess the Japanese developer, they're having a hard time dealing with aggressive people. Yeah, there are some trolls, but there are some people who are just being aggressive on Twitter, on Facebook, basically just raising awareness, letting their voice heard, and they can't, like, they're having hard time handling it. Even Sakurai, to some extent, had to make a video or a poster, a Twitter post about the characters. Like, we're not asking for any suggestion. Please don't. It was in English because of what happened to the Waluigi incident. He was getting some hate mail. Again, to some extent, I kind of understand where they're coming from. But, and again, this is kind of sort of an example of cultural difference because the people in Japan, how they interact with the developer, they're very humble. Like they very, very respect them. There's a lot of humility there, if that's the word. But they're very humble and respectful. Well, in here, I know, apology if I'm sounding political here, but just hear me out. There's sometimes people like they get aggressive. They're not being rude, they're not being a-hole, but you're gonna have that a-hole type of person that's gonna come in. But somebody just wanna raise awareness. Hey, I kinda did it. I did it to Harada at one point. Sorry, Harada. I had to call him out on the Roger incident. And of course, credits to Censor Gaming. There was a follow up on it, and they said there was no report about why Roger was in Tekken 7. The gist of it was Harada kind of used an SJW reference, the man punching a kangaroo trying to save his dog. But again, if I remember, I'll put a link in the description box on this one. And like I said, the cultural difference is that they're humble, while people in the West, I should say that respectful sometimes they are, myself included, sometimes. Raising awareness, I know we're sassing or harping them just to get in their face, being loud. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's just, that's just how the gamer fan they communicate, I'm known for being, sadly to say, like, harping on English dub to a point that I kind of harped on Sega about Judgment having English dub. Basically, yes, a repeated offense. That's the problem sometimes when we basically talk to the developer, especially the developer, is repeated offense. And basically what it means is that when multiple people keep saying to the same guy again and again and again without reading the other post of what's happening, they just want to, like, hey, I wasn't saying repeat it. No, but a lot of people do, and constantly getting the same post again and again and again and again and again and again and again, it gets repeated offense to a point that, yeah, that's why Kamiya basically now blocking people left and right because he's just fed up. Sakurai got frustrated. Harada basically, to the best of his ability, trying to deal with it. I mean, cultural difference there. See, there you go. The good subject of censorship 2016, but also my thoughts on how this now been a problem also now with 2018 to 2019. Hopefully by late 2019 to 2020, hopefully that censorship is going to be eased up, especially Sony. We'll just have to wait and see. And that is my summary rewind. I know it's a bit long, but I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's just updated, I guess you could say that. Apologies. With that, I'll see you guys later.